Now on CoastTV News.
Milton makes a landfall. Look at the destruction already caused by the hurricane that struck Florida overnight.
We're seeing breezy and cool conditions this morning and some high clouds from Milton well to our south. Now a Category 1 hurricane moving off the Space Coast. I'll have the latest track and more on our chilly and breezy weather coming up.
Your development news for Lewis, why Sussex County officials believe a mega housing development will benefit the area. In commercial controversy, the Indian River High School football team is in hot water with the DIAA after appearing in a local commercial.
This is CoastTV News Today.
Good morning, I'm Elisa Weber, and thank you for joining us for our 6 o'clock hour. We are now going to take a live look at just some of the damage from Hurricane Milton overnight. This shot right now is in Orlando, Florida. And Hurricane Milton battered Florida. It made landfall on Wednesday night, leaving behind a path of destruction. Many buildings were damaged or destroyed as the storm made its way through the state. Millions of people have been left without power, and Hurricane Milton's winds weakened to 90 miles per hour early this morning, making it a Category 1 storm. And Hurricane Milton made landfall Wednesday night, leaving millions in the dark and causing major destruction. Milton caused tornadoes across the state, tornadoes that turned deadly. NBC's Alice Barr tells us more about the federal response.
Hurricane Milton churning across Florida after coming ashore last night as a Category 3 storm near Siesta Key off Sarasota. Milton's power unleashing dangerous storm surge and flash flooding and spawning a deadly tornado outbreak.
This is a devastating tornado. It took out that 10,000 square foot red iron building.
Ahead of landfall, FEMA put 1,200 search and rescue workers in place to respond.
This also includes 30 high water vehicles, helicopters, as well as boats to be able to go in and support the counties and the states as needed.
Also on the ground, crews ready to restore power and distribute millions of meals and liters of water as federal responders braced for a potentially once-in-a-century storm.
To the people of Florida and all the impacted states, we've got your back.
President Biden urging storm victims to avoid swirling misinformation and seek the help they need. Members of Miami Fire Rescue's Florida Task Force 2 among the crews looking for survivors.
The first couple of days is full blitz for all the task forces, just 24 hours of operation, trying to find those that are left behind, trying to find those that are stuck.
Many who fled the path of destruction already dealing with damage from Hurricane Helene.
I think it's just cumulative, it's just you start to fall out and you get pretty overwhelmed.
Now they wait to see what's left. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Many states, including Delaware and Maryland, are sending help to those suffering from the damage from both Hurricane Helene and Milton. Delmarva Power is sending some crews and equipment to help first responders. Governor Carney has activated 100 Delaware National Guard members and more than 40 trucks. All of that is headed south over the next 24 hours, and once they're able to get on site, they'll be busy distributing supplies like food, water, and medical care.
Individuals that are combat medic certified, also just regular basic soldier skills relating to first aid. We'll have wrecker or tow truck capabilities with the equipment, the trucks, and the operators.
Major General Barry says right now the plan is for the Guard members to stay about a week, but that could change. Meanwhile, those Delmarva Power crews say they were sent 2 weeks ago to Georgia and they are now coming home. And the Maryland Army National Guard has been in North Carolina since Saturday, and here are some of what they are seeing. Soldiers and helicopters working separate missions in the rescue and recovery efforts in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. The end date for this mission has not yet been announced. And we're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey to tell us a little bit more about Hurricane Milton as well as our local forecast. Good morning, Bob.
Hey, good morning, Elisa. Good morning, Delmarva. We're really fortunate that we saw Milton diminish to a Category 3. It was a 5 in the Gulf of Mexico. A 3 as it made landfall in Siesta Key 8:30 last night. And then it spawned a lot of tornadoes across the peninsula. Now it's a Category 1 hurricane right along the Space Coast near Cape Canaveral with winds of 85 miles per hour. Still a big swirl of rain, but it's a shell of what it used to be. And it still will be a hurricane the next 24 hours or so and then become a remnant low. But you see it stays well to our south, basically moving due east and out to sea. But we are seeing the cirrus clouds, kind of the northern fringe of Milton. And some of these cirrus clouds are overspreading Delmarva right now. But we have a cold front that is pushing through, that is reinforcing that chilly air we have. And look at this, 48 in Georgetown, 49 in Delmar and Salisbury. Redden, you're more like 49, not 39. And then 56 in Bethany Beach and Rehoboth at 57. And a breezy northerly wind will definitely add that fall feel today, as we have Futurecast showing, well, some of those high clouds this morning, 40s and then 50s. And then northerly winds will be gusty at times too. By noon, only in the 50s and low 60s. And as we go into the afternoon hours, low 60s inland, 50s along the coast, and a cool evening is on the way. Ferry riding forecast, make sure you bundle up. Temperatures in the 50s this morning, but with that northerly wind up to about 15 miles per hour at times, feeling much cooler. And we're looking at partly sunny skies throughout the day.
Thank you so much, Bob. And a major housing development in Lewis just got one step closer to becoming a reality. The giant North Star development is moving forward, and on your screen is the area where this North Star development is planned between Beaver Dam Road and Route 9 in Lewis. The Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission approved 4 items on Wednesday related to the North Star subdivision. The development plans to bring 758 single-family homes, 94 multifamily units, and 96,000 square feet of commercial space to the city. Commissioners said they listened to public comments and concerns, and they believe the project will have only a minor impact on local roads. But the Sussex County Preservation Coalition, a local nonprofit, has been raising issues about this project for months. A board member tells us they are concerned that DelDOT may not finish road improvements before the development is complete.
What we heard today was encouraging. However, the devil is in the details. There was talk in terms of conditions for coordinating the build out with the road improvements. What we have to see is, what does that coordination look like?
And the plan still needs final approval from the Sussex County Council. And North Star is not the only development proposed in Sussex County. 90 townhomes called Overfall Preserve are proposed for downtown Lewis. As you can see on your screen right now, the property is located off of Dutchman's Ave and Savannah Road. The Lewis Planning Commission will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, October 15th. And happening today in Milton, the Finance Committee is set to review a possible parking impact fee on ticket sales for shows and events, as well as on retail and hospitality sales. According to the agenda, it would add a $1 fee per ticket sold at Milton Theater. The Milton Theater is fiercely against the proposal, saying it would put an extra $5,000 to $7,000 monthly burden on the business. And it's important to note that the proposal comes as locals are already dealing with a 30% property tax increase. And also happening today in Milton, addressing the affordable housing crisis. Locals will have the chance to express how officials should tackle the lack of housing in the town. And it was last month the officials reviewed a proposal from the Milford Housing Development Corporation offering to help with people to pay for accessory dwelling units if they are allowed in the town. And Election Day is less than 1 month away, and the deadline to register to vote is quickly approaching for multiple states, including Delaware. Delaware's deadline is Saturday, October 12th, and many in Sussex County are making their final efforts to get people registered. And for anyone looking to get registered to vote, you have until 11 p.m. on Saturday. And CoastTV is the place for you to find all of your election information in one place. Right now, under the Decision 2024 tab, we have voting results and resources of recent elections in both Delaware and Maryland. Just visit coasttv.com/decision2024. And happening today, the Delaware Interscholastic Athletic Association will discuss an investigation centered around the Indian River school football team. This is related to the team appearing in a television commercial, and the commercial in question features Indian River players in full uniform on their football field alongside team staff members. The commercial was 30 seconds long and for Hershey Exteriors. And according to state code, student athletes may not participate in an interscholastic sport unless they are considered an amateur in that sport. State regulations also state that a student forfeits amateur status if their athletic participation is used to promote or endorse a commercial product or service. And new this morning, celebration in the city that never sleeps. The New York Mets came back to defeat the Philadelphia Phillies out of the playoffs. And after the Phillies led 1-0 for most of the game, It only took the New York Mets one play to put them ahead. And we'll have more on this later on Coast TV News Today. And we're just getting started here on Coast TV News this morning. And coming up, Fenwick Island is set to begin a long-awaited project in Little Assawoman Bay. We'll tell you how the huge financial burden is taken off of the town's shoulders in order to get it done. And recommendations for a traffic relief study. We'll tell you some of the recommendations made in Rehoboth Beach to ease traffic issues in the coastal city. And this week on Coastal Connections, we are taking a look at one of Delaware's Teacher of the Year nominees. We'll show you how some students say this Milford teacher is making kids succeed. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Welcome to Kelly's Outdoors, your local outdoor superstore in Millsboro. We carry everything you need this hunting season, from waterfowling gear to deer hunting essentials, bows, tree stands, ammo, and apparel from brands like Drake and Nomad. We also have a wide selection of saltwater and freshwater fishing gear and crabbing supplies for your next day on the water. Kelly's Outdoors now has a wide supply of guns, pistols, and rifles from Rattay, Browning, Winchester, Savage, Beretta, Sig, Springfield, and Smith & Wesson. Before your next outdoor adventure, visit Kelly's Outdoors in Millsboro today.
Are damaged and outdated showers and tubs hurting your rental property or hotel bookings? Repair and reglaze them for less. Call Hurls Bath Repair for a free estimate.
The House as a System approach sets FLC Energy apart from everyone. Advanced equipment like blower doors and thermal camera tests allow us to pinpoint the problem areas of your home and design solutions that last a lifetime. Before and after proof of our work allows us to offer up to $7,500 in rebates, when other experts can't. From healthy homes to insulation, crawl-space encapsulations to energy audits, call FLC for control of your home's air quality, moisture, energy efficiency, and comfort.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
It takes a big heart to shape little minds, but what does it mean to be a Teacher of the Year? Passion and dedication and a whole lot more. And in this week's Coastal Connections, Christina D. Robertus introduces us to one woman who is nominated for that award from the Milford School District.
It all started in an elementary school like this one. The wonder, the inspiration, and the dream of becoming a teacher.
It has definitely been my career goal forever.
Now, years later, Diana Dill, known most days as Mrs. Dill at Miss Gillian Elementary, is in the spotlight as a Delaware Teacher of the Year nominee.
Go to school.
These first graders are her world, and Dill was in their shoes when she first realized she wanted to teach.
When I was in first grade, I remember vividly seeing the teacher and thinking it was so cool that she got to live in this place with all of these really cool things. Realizing that's not what teachers do, even though sometimes it feels like it.
For Mrs. Dill, teaching is not just about lessons and textbooks, it's about creating a space where every child feels seen, heard, and valued.
Teaching is not one size fits all, and as a teacher, it's our job to make sure that we give the students the support that they need, whether it's academically or social and emotionally, making them feel secure in the classroom.
These days, teaching comes with its challenges, larger class sizes and tighter budgets, but for Mrs. Dill, it's just part of the journey.
Well, as a teacher, you just have to find a way to overcome it yourself because there's not really a choice. Here comes the...
And how would the little ones describe their Mrs. Dill?
I did try this with some of my students, and I was pretty accurate about what they would say. I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm fun, I'm funny. Some students will even say that I'm strict, and I may be because I definitely want to make sure that we're safe and following the rules.
The Delaware Teacher of the Year will be named at a ceremony on October 15th. A Milford teacher won in 2023. For Coastal Connections, I'm Christina D. Robertus.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Welcome to the brand new Baths by Spicer Brothers showroom. Experience the future of bathroom remodeling. Baths by Spicer Brothers is Delmarva's exclusive BCI Elite dealer, offering more selections, styles, and colors, including options like the laser etched tile pattern system. Made in the USA, built for beauty and performance, our baths are durable, mold resistant, and guaranteed for life.
With no money down, no interest, and no payments until 2026, you have no reason to wait.
Call Baths by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
Angela Alsobrooks got caught taking illegal tax breaks, at least $16,000.
Senate candidate Angela Alsobrooks took advantage of tax breaks that she was not eligible to get.
Angela Alsobrooks' campaign says she was unaware of the error.
That's odd because all 4 mortgages were in her name on the D.C. property.
Alsobrooks owes $59,000 in back taxes. Alsobrooks isn't just dishonest on her taxes, she's dishonest with us. Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Brian, what's the difference between treated wood and composite decking?
Treated wood decking costs less, but requires a lot of maintenance over the years. Composite decking looks like wood, but won't fade, curl, or rot. It's insect resistant, maintenance free, and comes with a lifetime warranty. Get composite decking for the same price as treated lumber through October, extended just for you.
Paul Davis can bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow.
And we'll give you an estimate that day.
Call Paul Davis, the restoration and remodeling experts.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here.
Local businesses are the lifeline of every community. And behind every local business is a person with a dream, putting their heart and soul into something they believe in. And when you support a local business, you're contributing to the local economy and making our community thrive. Spicer Brothers has been helping Delmarva families with their home improvement projects for over 20 years. So trust Spicer Brothers with your home, where every dollar stays right here on Delmarva, supporting real local people and their families.
The time is now 6:17, and we're going to take a live look outside into Ocean View right now. We're going to bring in first alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Not seeing much right there right now, Bob, but we were talking about it's going to be really cold tonight. A lot of people probably turning on their heat.
Oh, I think that's already been going on, Elisa. The last few nights, we've been seeing that heat kicking on, I'm sure. And we do have a frost potential, not across Delmarva tomorrow morning, but farther to the north into New Jersey, in your neck of the woods, Elisa. Frost advisory for parts of New Jersey around the Philly area as well. And I think our temperatures will get pretty close to upper 30s in some places well inland tomorrow morning. But a lot of us near 40, not thinking we're going to see frost, but just pulling those plants just in case. And then frost is unlikely right through the weekend into early next week, but it won't be long before we are going to be scraping frost. We are looking at very dry conditions, comfortable the next couple of days. We have another very dry, cool air mass building in. Humidity creeps up a little bit for the weekend, but we're still in the comfy range. And then it's back to dry and cool as we go into next weekend. Speaking of that, 49 in Salisbury, 48 in Delmar and Georgetown, 45 in Seaford, a little warmer at the beaches, Lewis 57, Bethany Beach 56. And on top of that, a northerly breeze, pretty strong right along the coast. Make sure you bundle up yourself and the kids this morning. A lighter breeze inland, but that northerly breeze will be with us all day long. And we've got some clouds. These are actually the fringe clouds from Hurricane Milton, cirrus clouds that are overspreading parts of Delmarva. So this is the extent of the impacts that we'll see from Milton, just some clouds. But we have a cold front pushing through. That will keep Milton well to our south, and we've got more cold air draining in from the north and west as more high pressure builds in from the Great Lakes, keeping our weather chilly and keeping Milton to the south, which, by the way, made landfall yesterday in Siesta Key, Florida, as a Category 3. Thankfully, a much weaker storm than a lot of folks expected. It was a Category 5 earlier in the day. We had a lot of tornadoes across Florida yesterday. I think we had over 125 tornado warnings, but now it's a Category 1 hurricane moving off of Cape Canaveral off the Space Coast, still packing winds of 85 miles per hour, but not the storm that it once was. But it will remain a minimal hurricane for the next 24 hours or so, and then become a remnant low as it moves well to our south and then east and out to sea. But for us, we're seeing some of those high clouds this morning. The breeze is picking up, especially along the coast with 40s and 50s. And then at 10 a.m., we're looking at temperatures in the mid-50s and only lower 60s for highs as we go into the afternoon. Some of us only into the 50s. As we go through the overnight and the winds start to slacken off a little bit, that's when we'll see temperatures dipping improving, maybe close to 40 well inland, but closer to 50 along the coast. And as we go into your Friday, lots of sunshine, a little warmer with temperatures into the mid to upper 60s. Looking chilly for Friday night lights, but it will be dry, and then 50s to start the day on your Friday. As our winds are out of the north, gusting over 20 miles per hour at times, and we are still looking at those northwesterly winds as we go into your Friday, and it's going to remain chilly right as we go into your Friday, but then it warms up a little bit for the weekend out ahead of the next cold front that brings clouds, maybe a sprinkle on Monday, but then much cooler air behind it. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 63 today, 41 tomorrow morning, Friday 69, close to 80 Saturday and Sunday with the sunshine, 69 Monday, and then we take the plunge again, only lower 60s Tuesday and Wednesday with lows into the low to mid 40s.
Thank you, Bob. And to alleviate some of the traffic problems in Rehoboth Beach, the city hired a transportation consultant, the Rossi Group, to study the city's problems over the summer and find solutions. One problem the group focused on is the digital parking meters. Right now on your screen is the current parking meter, and locals in Rehoboth Beach are in favor of going digital.
I mean, it makes it a lot easier for all of us. I mean, I like digital.
No, I wouldn't be against it at all. I'd definitely be for digital parking meters.
And another topic the group presented to the city is possibly lowering those speed limits. This is now going to bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, what speed limit should Rehoboth adopt to keep the streets safe? And so far, most of you have voted to keep the current speed limit. And then the next highest vote at 28% is 25 miles per hour. And if you haven't voted yet, you can still on coasttv.com or on our mobile app. And up next on Coast TV News Today, Fenwick Island has officially set a date to dredge the Little Assawoman Bay. We'll tell you why one local says the project is worth the cost, so don't go anywhere.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming, our Fall into Comfort toy drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
No strangers here, just friends you haven't met yet. With comfortable outdoor seating and an authentic Irish bar, Irish Eyes in Milton is a local favorite by the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes in Lewis with ample free parking, a gorgeous waterfront patio, extensive menu favorites, and the best happy hour on the water. Book our Lewis room for all of life's celebrations. With a lovely panoramic view, in-house chef, and a professional team to make your next event one to remember. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
These shallow waters in the Little Assawoman Bay are a decades-old problem, but Fenwick Island says that the dredging project will officially start on October 14th. According to the town, the project will cost $2.3 million, and with the state of Delaware and Sussex County giving money to fund the project, the town will only have to pay $500,000 to make it happen. One local says it is 100% worth the money.
It's a project that's been very difficult, I know, to initiate, and a lot of hurdles that the folks have had to jump, and I just really appreciate their consistency, persistence, and pursuit of the best solution, and that's what I'm confident we're going to get.
The dredging work in Fenwick Island is set to be finished on November 12th. And now we're going to take another look at our weather with First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. Bob, it is fall, it is cold, so definitely bundle up today. I think tomorrow is also going to be a sweater day for me. I'm just predicting it now. You know what?
Hey, there you go. I think that's a good prediction because we are getting into the cooler weather, Elisa, and that means a cool day at the beach. Not bad. We're seeing some clouds, high clouds from Milton well to our south. That's the extent of the impact on us. But 50s for Chincoteague and Assateague early on, and then you're only warming into the low 60s. UV index is moderate, so we still have that stronger October sun. Waves around 2 to 4 feet. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, you've got a cool northerly breeze, and you'll be warming into the low 60s. Some high clouds this morning. Then on the bay side, the next 3 days, changes for Cambridge, 63 on Thursday, Friday up to 69. Then you jump to 79 on Saturday with lots of sunshine. Then Crisfield, lower 60s today, and then sunshine Friday, 65, 73 on Saturday. The weekend is looking nice, but then we've got another push of cool air for next week. More on that in your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you so much, Bob. And after the break on CoastTV News today, this football team is under investigation. We'll tell you what the DIAA is set to discuss after a local football team appeared in a commercial. And a big hurdle now in the rear view for North Star. We'll tell you the goal of the mega development approved first by the Sussex County Committee last night. And protecting pets from deadly storms. We'll show you the efforts currently underway to get animals out of danger from Hurricane Milton.
Delaware. The opioid crisis affects us all. Deadly drugs like fentanyl put our community at risk. But there is hope. Youth programs like the Boys and Girls Clubs and community Narcan training are saving lives. Parents, teachers, and mentors, it's vital to have honest conversations about substance use and promote healthy activities. By fostering positive habits, we can build a stronger, healthier community together. Together, we can save lives.
Hey Delaware, Bet Rivers and Delaware Park Casino are bringing betting on football to your phone. From props and parlays to the spread and the money line, it's all on your phone and it's all a touchdown. Plus, right now when you sign up, you'll get a second chance bet of up to $500. So huddle up with Bet Rivers, Delaware Park Casino, and football on your phone. Download the app today.
Design a custom home that fits your unique style and budget with Accessible Home Builders. At Accessible, we provide you with a variety of customizable options to create the home of your dreams.
Accessible Builders provided us with a beautiful home.
Scott is full of ideas from his past experiences, and he really worked with us on all our custom asks and wants.
We would definitely recommend Accessible Builders.
Completely customize your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Now on CoastTV News.
Flooding and destruction, a look at the scene in Florida as the state deals with Hurricane Milton, which made landfall last night.
We're seeing breezy and cool conditions this morning across Delmarva. Some high clouds from Milton, as Milton is now a Category 1 hurricane on the Space Coast of Florida. I'll have the latest on Milton, the track, and more on our chilly weather coming up.
Local football team is under investigation. Why the Indian River football team is in hot water after appearing in a commercial. And caring for animals impacted by the severe weather in the south. A look at the Brandywine Valley SPCA's efforts to protect animals taken in from Florida.
This is CoastTV News Today.
Good morning, I'm Elisa Weber, and thank you for joining us for CoastTV News Today on this Thursday morning. Strong winds from Hurricane Milton caused a crane to collapse onto a building in St. Petersburg, Florida. And according to the city, the crane was at the 400 Central Building construction site, and construction of this 515-foot tall luxury high-rise was expected to be completed by summer 2025, and no injuries have been reported from this incident. And Hurricane Milton is ripping across Florida today, just a couple of weeks after Hurricane Helene. First responders and volunteers are trying to keep people safe from the danger, and many dogs and cats need saving too. Amy Kiley shows us some of the pet rescue efforts taking place right now.
Rescuers are saving pets as well as people from hurricane dangers in the southeast. In some cases, the heroes are first responders. This dog is lucky Florida troopers untied him from a fence as Hurricane Milton approached.
I don't blame you.
Animal shelters in northern states are also lending a helping paw by caring for dogs and cats who were in the path of Hurricanes Helene or Milton.
This is why we do the work we do, is because we want to help. We want to help pets. We want to help people.
I think it's just, a testament to each animal's resiliency to be able to take in change and be able to just kind of pivot like this.
Doc, let's go.
Volunteers are getting supplies for the whole family to remote areas of North Carolina devastated from Hurricane Helene.
Pet supplies, cat food, dog food.
Sometimes the assistance goes the other way. Trained dogs help with search and rescue after disasters. And at the Emergency Operations Center in Tampa, the mayor says this cutie is boosting morale.
She's our stress reliever here.
Bulls fan. I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
In the Brandywine Valley, SPCA has made room for animals fleeing storm-ravaged areas of the South. They received 30 cats on Wednesday. And it's important to note all of these cats were already up for adoption in Florida. And by taking them out of the shelter there, the SPCA says the Florida shelter is clear for pets that get lost during the storm. And to make room for more shelter pets, the Brandywine Valley SPCA has waived adoption fees for all large adult dogs and adult cats through October 16th. And it's now 6:31. We're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey to tell us a little bit more about our local forecast and Hurricane Milton. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Elisa. Good morning, Delmarva. And we're happy to report that we're just looking at a minimal hurricane now. Milton off the Space Coast near Cape Canaveral, packing winds of 85 miles per hour, made landfall in Siesta Key near Sarasota last night at 8:30 as a Category 3. Could have been much worse. Of course, it was a Category 5 a little earlier in its history. And then it spawned a ton of tornadoes across the peninsula. Now it's starting to move offshore, moving to the north and east, so it won't be a problem for Florida anymore. It's just a cleanup after it, as it will remain a hurricane into the afternoon and then become a tropical low, remnant low, or a hybrid system as it moves out to sea well to our south through the rest of the weekend to the weekend. We are seeing some of the high clouds, kind of the fringe clouds, cirrus clouds from Milton across the area. That's the extent of that. But we are seeing a cold front that's pushing in more cool air, a reinforcing shot of cool air. And we've got 40s inland to around 50 in Millsboro, 48 in Georgetown with mid-50s at the coast. And behind that front, we're seeing a northerly breeze. That'll be with us all day. Here's Futurecast at 7, 40s and 50s, but stronger winds, especially along the coast. And some of those high clouds hanging on for a little while. By noon, they start to move out. And temperatures only in the 50s and low 60s at noon. And we're only topping out in the low 60s this afternoon. That's it. Temperatures way below average. And it's going to be a chilly northerly breeze as well. Today's checklist, you need the sweaters, the heavy jacket, the warm beverage out the door. Make sure the kids are bundled up on the way to the bus stop. Make sure you grab the sunscreen and have the sunglasses. You'll be seeing that a lot today.
Thank you so much, Bob. And a major housing development in Lewis just got one step closer to a reality. The giant North Star development is moving forward, and on your screen in the area is where the North Star development will be planned for. That's between Beaver Dam Road and Route 9 in Lewis. The Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission approved 4 items on Wednesday related to the North Star subdivision, and the development plans to bring 758 single-family homes, 94 multifamily units, 96,000 square feet of commercial space to the city. Commissioners said they listened to public comments and concerns and believe the project will only have a minor impact on local roads. And the Sussex County Preservation Coalition, a local nonprofit, has been raising issues about this project for months. A board member told us they are concerned that DelDOT may not finish road improvements before the development is complete, and the plan still needs final approval from the Sussex County Council. And happening today in Milton, the Finance Committee is set to review a possible parking impact fee on ticket sales for shows and events, as well as on retail and hospitality sales. According to the agenda, it would add a $1 fee per ticket sold at the Milton Theater. The Milton Theater is fiercely against the proposal, saying it would put an extra $5,000 to $7,000 monthly burden on the business. And it's important to note that the proposal comes as locals are already dealing with a 30% property tax increase. And also happening today in Milton, addressing the affordable housing crisis. locals will have the chance to express how officials should tackle the lack of housing in the town. And it was last month that officials reviewed a proposal from the Milford Housing Development Corporation offering to help with people pay for accessory dwelling units if they are allowed in the town. And happening today, the Delaware Interscholastic Athletic Association will discuss an investigation centered around the Indian River School District football team. This is related to the team appearing in a television commercial, and the commercial in question features Indian River players in full uniform on their football field alongside team staff, and the commercial was 30 seconds long and for Hershey exteriors. And according to state code, student athletes may not participate in an interscholastic sport unless they are considered an amateur in that sport. State regulation also states that a student forfeits amateur status if their athletic participation is used to promote or endorse a commercial product or service. And we still have a lot more news to get to, so don't go anywhere. Coming up, fuel for emergency funds in Lewis. We'll tell you what kinds of projects money from a possible resiliency fund would go towards in the coastal city. And a series ends in a defeat for the Philadelphia Phillies. We'll show you how the Mets came back to pull out a win last night. And relief to many in Sussex County as local libraries are dealing with the issue of having no internet connection. While the internet is not restored yet, we'll show you how progress is still being made. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
Maryland's coast in Worcester County has many small businesses to explore and support in our naturally fun towns. Pocomoke City, Snow Hill, Berlin, Ocean Pines, and Ocean City offer excellent shopping and dining. Galleries, boutiques, toys, home decor, and more. There's something for everyone. Looking for a bite to eat? Check out the local restaurants that are sure to please everyone. From breweries, farm to table, and nightlife, we have it all. To learn more about shopping and dining in Maryland's naturally fun towns, go to visitmarylandscoast.org.
Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware is an award-winning waterfront restaurant serving fresh, local seafood. Catch 54 features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple coastal cuisine with house favorites including our signature crab cakes, shrimp and grits, and our famous 54 burger. Catch 54 offers delicious, chef-inspired nightly specials, a raw bar, a Wine Spectator winning wine list and monthly wine dinners, and the best happy hour in town. Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Just about 6:39 on this chilly, brisk Thursday morning. You see some of the high clouds from Milton on our gutter helmet cam right now. 53 in Ocean View, but inland it's chilly. Mid to upper 40s from Seaford down to Salisbury. Low to mid 50s at the beaches, and on top of that, we've got a north-northwest breeze that will be with us all day long. And there are some of those high clouds from Milton right now. That's the extent of the impact from the storm for us. Just some high clouds. Otherwise, it's at another push of cool air with the cool front moving to our south and high pressure building in from the north and west. Looking good on the drive cast. Green light this morning, dry and chilly, dry roads, and then breezy and chilly this evening. Looking good there as well. And once again, congratulations to our umbrella winner, William Mesh from Lewis. William, you have a brand new umbrella courtesy of Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. And signs like these are still posted outside of multiple libraries, but progress is being made. Almost 3 weeks ago on Friday, September 20th, libraries across Delaware were hacked, and after weeks of recovery efforts, computers still aren't working. But as Coast TV reporter Zakiya Jennings shows us, there are ways to work around that.
Computers out of order. That's still the case for many libraries in Sussex County after they were hacked by ransomware on Friday, September 20th. Not having access to the free Wi-Fi has left people like Barbara Hedges-Gadel searching for a place to work.
So
It's just such a shame because the libraries really serve everybody.
However, this week, the Delaware Library's Facebook page posted an update sharing that they now have working Wi-Fi despite computers and printers still being down. The page said that recovery efforts continue and Delaware libraries are making progress. Thomas Paul Moses Baum hopes the computers will be up and running soon since he heavily relies on them.
People can't get on it because it's their only access, and it's mostly my only access to the news.
Though their computers aren't working just yet, if you have your own laptop, you can bring it to the library to use their Wi-Fi. Just open it up, connect to the Wi-Fi, and now you can get back to work. In Milton, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
Tanger Outlets in Rehoboth Beach is hosting a pink party. The party supports breast cancer awareness and research methods, and it will be this Saturday, October 12th. The event will take place from 3 to 8 p.m., and it will be located inside of Shellville's Harvest Fest. And the annual Tanger Pink campaign has raised over $18.9 million since 1994 in support of breast cancer efforts. It's a sad day in Philly, but a good morning for Bob Trahey as the Phillies are bumped out of the playoff after losing to the New York Mets last night. The Phillies seem to be taking home the win for most of the game, leading 1-0. However, it was this play right here that sealed the deal. A grand slam by Francisco Lindor puts the Mets at 4. The Mets will now move on to the National League Championship Series for the first time in 9 years. And coming up on Sunday Night Football right here on Coast TV, this week the Cincinnati Bengals will take on the New York Giants. And you can watch all of the action right here on Coast TV at 7 p.m.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Yes, North Carolina takes center stage this evening in football. But first, let's highlight what the ladies did on the road last night in volleyball. Got to get your backs cracked and ready for this one. North Dorchester, North Carolina, two of the top teams in the Bayside North. First up, Emily Freeman from Caitlin Hopkins. That's going to tie the matchup at 3 in the first set. Then Marcella Cordry from the service line, drilling an ace. That'll close the Eagles' lead to 1. Later, still in the first, Miranda Rubio Angeles tees up to Mira Holloway. That's a kill. Breaking the tie, it's 24-23. The Dogs would take set 1. To the second, hot soup, watch your lips, Ashley Kershavel with the kill, increasing the Dogs' lead. It's 20-12 in the second set, still in that frame. Rubio Angeles to Holloway again, 24-23. Dogs take the second frame. It was all North Carolina and Hurlock, but in the third, Emily Freeman getting up for the denial. Eagles' first frame, it's 25-15. To the fourth, match point, Brooke Outen trying to make something happen and keep us going to a fifth. Dogs can't whack it over, but North Carolina would prevail in the fifth set as they take this one 3-2. And kickoff tonight for the Dogs and JMB set for 6 in football. Our coverage begins at 5:30 with Scoops and Scores.
And coming up today on DSN at 5:30, it's Scoops and Scores. And then at 6 p.m., it's your game of the night. Bennett will take on North Carolina in football. Then at 10, it's 1CW wrestling. And then you can catch the final score at 11. And over on DSN Plus, that game of the night we just mentioned at 6 p.m. And your DSN Plus exclusives today are Stephen Decatur facing off against Easton in boys soccer at 5:30. And also at 5:30, only on DSN Plus, you can watch Indian River play Woodbridge in boys soccer. And the holiday season will be here before we know it, and that means the return of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. We support charities who handpick families in need, and they ensure every child gets a gift to open Christmas morning. Right now, we are looking for those charities, and we are accepting applications from those nonprofits through October 18th.
We're seeing sunrise at 7:06 this morning, and look at that sunrise on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. Beautiful colors, some wispy high clouds actually from Milton. We are looking at dry and chilly conditions today, and highs only in the 60s today and tomorrow. Very chilly tonight, some frost possible to our north and west, and then a big weekend warm up. More on that and the latest on now Category 1 Milton coming up in 2 minutes.
This is a freaking lousy crawl space. Hey FLC, I've got a freaking lousy crawl space.
If you have excess moisture under your home or even standing water, you probably have mold. And if you have ductwork, you have a delivery system for that mold directly into your house. This is a freaking lousy crawl space.
This is a floofing lousy crawl space.
You want to take your crawl space from lousy to lovely? Call FLC.
Are you suffering from hair loss? Maybe you need to cut a few pounds. Ready to start dating again? Well, here at East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we can help you with none of that.
But what we can help you with is plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, tub and showers, water heaters, air conditioning, heat pumps, gas furnaces, and sewer and water main replacements. Stop dealing with chamois that don't work and call Delmarva's top service provider.
East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air! Or find us online at eastcoastplumbing247.com. Forget about it.
It all started with a food truck and a dream of bringing excellent street food to our community. That dream became Tiki Jack's as we know it today. From mouth-watering street tacos to our signature sandwiches and street-inspired entrees, Tiki Jack's is the ultimate destination for comfort food by the shore. Whether you're dining out with family or looking for a fun night out with friends, stop by Tiki Jack's at Rehoboth Beach today for all your street eats and brews.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
It's the perfect time to upgrade your home's comfort with Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. Now, through November 30th, get up to $1,700 with Carrier's Cool Cash Instant Rebate on qualifying systems. That's right, big savings on a brand new energy-efficient heating system. You may also be eligible for a federal tax credit up to $2,000 with a qualified system. Get it done now and stay warm all winter long. Call Coastal Comfort or visit coastalcomfort.com, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts. It's now 6:46, and we're going to take a live look outside into Salisbury right now. And our first meteorologist, Bob Trihey, is going to join us. Now, Bob, we can see outside it's starting to get a little bit lighter out, but I think people tonight need to turn on a Halloween movie, grab a blanket, maybe make hot chocolate, tea, something warm. Do you agree with me, Bob? Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about scary movies during the break. Yeah, some of the scarier movies, Halloween. Friday the 13th is another one that comes to mind. So it is becoming that time of year, getting to the ghoulish time of year. And it's getting cool enough where we could see some frost on the pumpkin, Elisa, up where you live, up in northern Jersey, where you're from. And the rest of Jersey still has a chance of some frost as we go into tomorrow morning and around the Philly area as well. Nothing for Delmarva, but I think we're getting close with temperatures down near 40 tomorrow and tomorrow morning. And I have dusted off the frost and freeze forecast map. Now, we're not expecting frost. Frost is unlikely, but I have a palm tree outside my front door, true confession, and I will bring that in and probably put the pumpkin in its place or the mums as we go into the overnight. It will get cool. We're looking at dry conditions the next several days and then a little bit of humidity into the weekend, but we're still in the comfier range and dry and much cooler into next week. It's cool out the door this morning, 46 in Seaford, 48 in Georgetown, Salisbury 49, 55 in Ocean City, a little milder along the coast, 54 in Bethany Beach. We're looking at a northwest breeze, a stronger breeze along the coast right now. And we've got the high clouds. This is from Milton, the northern fringe of Milton, and these high clouds starting to move into Delmarva, nothing in the way of rain or any impacts. In fact, we have a cold front moving to the south, bringing us another shot of cool air as high pressure is building in from the Great Lakes. Here is Milton now, a Category 1 hurricane, now moving off the Space Coast. It made landfall as a 3 last night across areas of Tampa and near Sarasota. But now it's moving out to sea, and it will diminish from a hurricane into a remnant low and stay well to our south. Here's Futurecast this morning. We're into the 40s and 50s. Still some high clouds for Milton. Otherwise, by afternoon, it should be mainly sunny with low 60s. That's it for highs. Very chilly. And then we go through tonight, still a northerly breeze. And tomorrow morning, I think some interior areas down into the low 40s, otherwise mid 40s and 50s at the coast. And Friday is a sunny day and a little warmer than today with temperatures into the mid to upper 60s. 70s would be nice, 60s. And we're looking at 60s along the coast and looking good for Friday night lights, but it will be getting cool. Temperatures falling into the 50s and then 50s as we go into Saturday morning. And we've got these northerly breezes today over 20 miles per hour, and that will make it feel even cooler and still kind of breezy as we head into your Friday, as we're looking at a little bit of a ridge, a little bit of warming into the weekend, but then another cold front brings clouds, maybe a few showers, but more importantly, much cooler air on into next week. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 63 today, 41 tomorrow morning, 69 on Friday with sunshine. sunshine. The weekend is the warmest, so good timing there. Upper 70s, close to 80 with sunshine both Saturday and Sunday. Then that front Monday, maybe a sprinkle, 69, then much cooler, lower 60s for highs Tuesday and Wednesday, and then 40s at night at that time.
Thank you, Bob. And Lewis is discussing plans to create a resiliency fund. And the city says this would be a fee for things like infrastructure, utilities, housing, and accessibility. Some of the goals are to set up a stormwater budget, maintain grant installations, and emergency funds for projects like road issues during storms. Some locals, though, have doubts about this fee.
So people come in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years later, they don't have to pay for anything. Meanwhile, how much are we paying, you know?
And the dollar amount for that fee is yet to be determined by the city. And the time is now 6:51. We're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day. And today's coastal pet of the day, that's actually two pets, and they're two of the coolest pets on Delmarva. On your screen right now are Toby and Manny. And as you can see, they love to show off. We love that fancy shirt and those sunglasses. And these two were submitted to us by Andrew in Millsboro. And we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva, so send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen, scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News. Then you can watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature.
It is a cool and breezy morning in Cambridge. On our HSB camera, you can see a little bit of the ripple on the water, some clouds from distant Hurricane Milton. We're looking at a couple of chilly days on the way, only 60s today and tomorrow, and then a warm up for the weekend, and then another big cool down into next week. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
My pledge is to keep you safe.
I'm your new lieutenant.
I've not given up. I'm just getting started.
Law and Order Thursday, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
I will take your life if you hurt her.
You don't get to make the threats anymore.
I'm coming for you.
I'll be waiting. Found new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Honey, we have a leak.
Already?
I told you we should have went with Hershey Exteriors.
We don't cut corners at Hershey Exteriors. We guarantee craftsmanship that lasts.
As you see here, Hershey Exteriors did an amazing job on my roof. I'd recommend them to anyone.
With Hershey Exteriors, you'll get high-quality materials and an industry-leading GAF Golden Pledge warranty. Because one thing you should never compromise on is quality. When you need a new roof, trust Hershey Exteriors, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Is your garage door in need of an upgrade or a repair? Then Clark & Sons Garage Doors can help. We believe your garage door should be more than just functional. It should be a reflection of your personality and style. With over 60 years serving the entire Delmarva Peninsula, Clark & Sons delivers quality craftsmanship and exceptional service every time. We provide free estimates on new garage doors. Plus, we offer comprehensive maintenance services to ensure your garage door stays in perfect working condition. So call today and discover why Clark & Sons is the name you can trust.
Pulling up to a great-looking home is nice. Curb appeal is important. But here on the coast, even more important is dock appeal. At T&G Builders, if you can dream it, we can create it. For uncompromising quality, contact T&G Builders to design and build your coastal dream home. Over 30 years of integrity, empathy, and love. T&G Builders, the sign of quality. Visit us online at tg-builders.com.
Tree trunk injections are a safer, more efficient treatment process than the traditional spray method. This technology can help enhance your tree's health by delivering essential nutrients directly to their vascular systems. Some pests, such as emerald ash borers, get into the bark and eat the tree's vascular cambium layer. Injecting the systemic insecticide into the tree's vascular tissue kills the pest within and can set a barrier for future pests that prevents re-entry. To learn more about tree injections, visit our website, acplantandturf.com.
The time is now 6:54, and here are some of the things you need to know before you go. Hurricane Milton battered Florida as it made landfall on Wednesday night, leaving behind a path of destruction. Many buildings were damaged or destroyed as the storm made its way through the state. Millions of people have been left without power, and Hurricane Milton's winds weakened to 85 miles per hour this morning, making it a Category 1 storm. The Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission approved 4 items on Wednesday related to the North Star subdivision. The development Plans to bring 758 single-family homes, 94 multifamily units, and 96,000 square feet of commercial space to Lewis. Commissioners said they listened to public comments and concerns and believe the project will only have a minor impact on the roads, but the Sussex Preservation Coalition is concerned that DelDOT may not finish road improvements before the development is complete. The plans still need to be finally approved by the Sussex County Council. And Election Day is less than a month away, and the deadline to register to vote is quickly approaching for multiple states. And that also includes Delaware. Delaware's deadline is Saturday, October 12th. Many in Sussex County are making their final efforts to get people to register. And for anyone looking to get registered to vote, you have until 11:59 on Saturday. And happening today, the Delaware Interscholastic Athletic Association will discuss an investigation centered around the Indian River High School football team. This is related to the team appearing in a television commercial, and the commercial in question features Indian River players in full uniform on their football field alongside team staff. And the commercial was 30 seconds long and for Hershey Exteriors. And it's now 6:56, so we're going to check back in with First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey and get your forecast before you head out the door.
And Elisa, we were talking about it earlier about breaking out the warm clothes for the cold weather. The flannel, you're wearing a sweater today. It's just that time of year. The seat warmer in the car, that's going to start getting a workout. And we are looking at chilly conditions pretty much all day long. We are seeing some high clouds, the outer fringes of Hurricane Milton, but that's the extent of Milton's impact on us. We're looking at 40s out the door, very chilly conditions. And on top of that, a northerly breeze all day, making it feel like fall. Warming only slowly through the 50s. I think we'll see those high clouds pretty much fade away to just lots of sunshine into the afternoon. But even with that, we're only seeing a high right around 63 degrees. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 41 tomorrow morning. Cover the plants or bring them inside just in case. I don't think we're looking at frost, but not a bad idea just to err on the side of caution. 69 with sunshine on Friday. And then for the weekend, we saved the warmest weather for the weekend. Looking great. 79 both Saturday and Sunday. Then another cold front on Monday, maybe a sprinkle, 69 degrees. Really chilly Tuesday and Wednesday, lower 60s, dipping down into the lower 40s at night. Maybe some frost sometime next week, and then warming up by the end of the week into the weekend. Looking pretty dry, too, for the next 10 days, Elisa.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Today. The Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m., and then we'll be back for Coast TV News midday at 11, so stick with us. And for even more news and coverage you can count on, download our Coast TV News and weather apps, and have a great morning.